Hi, Kirsten. Here I am for the outreach project, project number 7. I've decided to watch 5 documentaries and do reviews of each of them afterwards. So the first documentary that I have watched is called Farmageddon, and it was a very powerful documentary. All of the documentaries that I've chosen to review I decided to choose a theme. So I've based them all around food production, where food's coming from, and those types of things. So for Farmageddon, it's a documentary that was made by a woman whose child had a lot of allergies, had a lot of asthma and eczema and different things like that, and had done a lot of reading herself and some research, and decided she'd read some research on how drinking raw milk could possibly get rid of allergies. So she started doing some research in her area if there was anyone, it was down in the States, if anyone was selling raw milk, and she found a provider, and her son has become allergy free. It no longer has asthma or any of its eczema, anything like that. And then the documentary, over an hour and a half, interviewed a lot of different people throughout the United States who are producers of raw milk, the challenges with the FDA and other organizations through the government that are regulating raw milk sales, and how frustrating it is for a lot of the distributors in a lot of these different states to be able to provide quality raw milk for their customers and not have the government stepping in and destroying it and thinking that it is such a bad thing and all of that. So it was a really interesting documentary. I've never personally had raw milk. I don't know if there's anyone in our area that distributes it, but it was very interesting, very eye-opening, also very frustrating to see how government and policies and things like that can really interfere with getting good quality nutrients to the table in people's kitchens, and it actually can improve people's health, but they're afraid it's going to make people sick. And yet little do they know that a lot of what they're putting out on people's tables is not actually healthy for them and is detrimental to them. A lot of products that are approved by the FDA. So it's an interesting struggle that I'm sure is going to be going on for the rest of our lifetime. And it was a great documentary, a really eye-opening one for me, not knowing much about raw milk production and raw milk itself. But I found it really interesting, really fascinating, and something that I'm definitely gonna keep an ear to and see. We drink organic milk in our household, which is, I think, better than drinking mainstream milk. But it would be interesting if we could, here in St. John's, I'm not sure if any of the farmers produce any raw milk and sell it. But that's something that